Israel Briefers, welcome to another edition of the Israel Brief with me, Rolene Marks. Now, you might hear a slight hum in the distance. That's the air conditioning on because it is extremely hot in Israel today. So a girl needs to cool down. What can I say? As always, the Israel Brief is brought to you by Lay of the Land. And we take a look at those top stories making headlines. We do it every Monday to Thursday. The headlines you are not going to see in the mainstream media. So if you like the work that we do here, please hit that subscribe button and please share as widely as possible. Not only do we want to grow our community, but we also want to get Israel's narrative out to as many people as possible. It is day 564. You know, every day I'm amazed that we still have 59 hostages being held captive in the absolute hell of the Gaza Strip. These hostages were taken captive from their communities and from the Nova Festival site and their army bases on the 7th of October. We have the remains of one hostage who fell during 2014's Operation Protective Edge, Hadar Golden. His body has been held now for nearly 11 years. We want all of them back now. So let's take a look at the top stories, and it begins with where we are with regards to hostage negotiations. Now, a Qatari daily called Al Arabiya Al Jadid has reported that there is an Israeli delegation currently in Cairo, in the capital of Egypt, and negotiations are underway. Now, Israel has taken the policy to not talk that much publicly about the hostage negotiations. And, you can understand for a variety of reasons why Israel is reluctant to do this. But what we do know is that the Egyptians are tapped to take the lead in these negotiations. This has been pushed by Israel and the United States. They will be the lead mediators over the Qataris. It is believed that Egypt are able to put much more pressure on Hamas than the Qataris are able to. Meanwhile, according to a senior Palestinian official speaking to the BBC, there is a new proposal on the table. Now, the proposal entails a 5 to 7 year ceasefire in exchange for the release of all the hostages and also the release of Palestinian prisoners. This is also expected to see a full withdrawal of Israeli forces and the governance of the Gaza Strip being handed over from Hamas to another Palestinian body, which could include the Palestinian Authority. Now, Israeli officials are not commenting. They have remained mum on this. But as you can imagine, we are all watching very, very closely. We want those hostages back home now. And of course, there are still protests continuing in the Gaza Strip against Hamas. The people of Gaza are starting to say, enough is enough. We want you out. Now, this story is making headlines all around the world. In fact, a couple of minutes ago, I was just reading some coverage of it in the UK Daily Mail. And this is the horrific story of a diver who was attacked by a shark off the coast of Hadera yesterday. Now, the Israeli authorities, including naval boats and maritime authorities, have resumed a search for the diver who was attacked yesterday, despite warnings not to go in the water. It is very, very rare that shark attacks happen off the coast of Israel, and it is believed that at the moment the warming waters have drawn certain species of sharks, including the sandbar shark, which is believed to be the species responsible for attacking the diver. It is a worrying phenomenon, and as the hours march on, the chances of him still being alive are very, very slim. And of course, our thoughts and our prayers are with his family. Tomorrow night, Israel will start to commemorate Yom Hashoah. This is our Holocaust martyrs and memorial and heroes Memorial Day. This is a day that coincides with the Hebrew calendar of the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising and is different to International Holocaust Memorial Day in that it remembers specifically the Jewish victims of Nazi barbarity. Now, in a report released by the Claims Conference, their statistics show that there are still believed to be about 200,000 Holocaust survivors still left, with the median age of 87. About 1,400 are believed to be older than 100. They are more than a century old. And the harrowing statistics also report that 50% of survivors will pass away within the next 5 years, 70% within the next 10 years, and 90% within the next 15 years. As time marches on and we see horrific levels of anti-Semitism around the world, I'm going to ask you, as I have so many times on this channel, please, especially over the next 48 hours, to read the individual stories of survivors, but also of ordinary people who were not bystanders and who became heroes during the Holocaust. Many of them we call righteous Gentiles who saved the life of Jews. In the Jewish religion, we believe that he who saves one life saves the world entire. And finally, today has been declared by the Palestinians to be a day of rage. Now, Israel's National Security Council has warned Israelis traveling overboard, please to be very, very careful, as the day of rage could spark protests in major cities around the world, which could have violent implications for Israelis traveling. The National Security Council has cautioned Israelis traveling abroad not to wear any symbols that are Israeli, not to draw any attention to themselves, also to be very, very aware of their surroundings, not in any way to draw any kind of attention to themselves, and should they see anything that is suspicious, to please report into authorities. It is absolutely horrific that as we approach the eve of Holocaust Memorial Day, we are still extremely worried for the safety of Jews, and in particular Israelis, around the world. And now for our audience question of the day, and it's another one from Hillary Gordon, who wants to know if there are any updates on former Prime Minister Naftali Bennett's health. Over the weekend, the former Prime Minister was rushed to hospital after reports that he felt unwell. Now, we do know that he underwent tests and a catheterization, and as of Sunday, we haven't heard if the former Prime Minister has been released from hospital. We wish him every success for a speedy recovery, and we hope that we will hear some positive news and that he is recovering safe and sound. So, Hillary, thank you for your question. And if you have a question that you would like addressed on the Israel Brief, please be in touch with us either via our website or be in touch with us via our social media. And speaking of which, you can find our website on www.layoftheland.online. Our YouTube channel is right here at the Israel Brief. And a reminder, as I said earlier, if you like this content, we really want to grow our viewership. I know that it is growing on other social media platforms, which is really, really great to see. But please spread the word and please hit those subscribe buttons. So we are on YouTube at the Israel Brief, on Facebook at Lottel's site, on Instagram at Rolene_Marks, on LinkedIn at Rolene Marks, and who am I forgetting? I'm always forgetting someone. And we're on X at Lay of the Land 5. So I am going to go stick my head in the freezer because it is so hot today. It's 36 degrees. And I say, God bless you all, and I will see you again tomorrow for the Israel Brief. I'm Rolene Marks. Bye for now.